Imagine the convenience of city life combined with the tranquility of the seaside, all within easy reach. Just a short scenic train ride from London's St Pancras, you can escape the hustle and bustle of the city and arrive in your new coastal haven in under an hour. Welcome to Shoreline Folkestone, the ultimate seaside living experience, where contemporary design meets coastal charm. Designed by award-winning architects Acme, Shoreline is unparalleled in quality and built to last. Breathtaking beauty, stunning shorelines and creative communities make this corner of the Kentish coast one of the most exciting places to explore. With huge south-facing terraces, panoramic ocean views and ample entertaining areas, the apartments combine a world-class location with all the luxuries of modern living. Well, we made it! We are here by the sea on the Kentish coastline. A very quick journey from London. Now, I know that I said that we are here to see the Penthouse, but I wanted to show you some townhouses as part of the development. Here they are, beautiful little beach gardens here. So this gives you a great perspective of the outside of the building. So they've definitely gone with this very organic and curved facade here, which I think is really nice. It mimics the coastline and the waves and the pebbles. So I don't know whether angular buildings would have done so well here, so they've really thought about, you know, their local surroundings and done it very sympathetically. Now, we are actually staying in the Penthouse tonight. We're going out for dinner, so very excited to take you with us. And the town is honestly only 5 minutes away, so really excited. But I think it's time to go inside. Welcome, in you come. This is the entrance to the property, your communal entrance, and there's actually a silent acoustic ceiling because you are, of course, sharing this with other people. Check this out for a chandelier. That's nice, isn't it? Wow, very impressive. And you also get your own little letterbox for all of your mail, but there is an estate management service that will keep the smooth running of the building, and there will be 24-hour concierge services as well, which make things a lot easier for you with taking in packages or anything. Right, let's head upstairs in the lift. You coming? Right, here we are into the 2-bedroom penthouse. Very nice. We have 3,000 square foot of living space, including the balcony and the terraces, which I'll show you later. But first of all, I'm going to take you into this beautiful open plan kitchen, dining, living room. Wow. These apartments really are built to maximize the space and the incredible views, which I can see, but I'm going to tease you. I'll show you that later. Follow me into the kitchen area. Now, all of the apartments, you know, they have their similarities, but they all have their own personality. They're individually designed, the kitchens, by L'Oreal. So starting off here with this huge kitchen island with this wonderful marble worktop. As you'll see throughout the whole property, a lot of the colour and the material palettes, it's very organic and warm and natural, obviously trying to mimic the natural surroundings with the coastline. So we'll see lots of beiges and sandy tones. Now, as you would expect with any luxury property, we have very high specifications when it comes to the appliances. We've got Miele hob here. We've also got a Dunavox wine fridge, and you can just, with one little click, it opens there for me. You can get 45 bottles of wine in there. Is that enough? Is that enough? Probably enough. Now, this is one of my absolute favourite ever tea, coffee stations, mini pantry. Check this out. Oh, I think that is just so impressive. Look at it. Wow. So you've got space here if you're entertaining, making a cocktail. What are you having, Tom?
I'll go for a Bon Martini.
Really?
Yeah.
A Bon Martini coming up later. I mean, we are staying over. So look, you've got space here for all of your spices and everything. It's just beautiful. But if it does get a little bit messy, you can obviously just shut it all the way. And there is loads of storage everywhere, and this fridge is amazing. Oh, if I could get it open. Absolutely huge, so plenty of space, because I don't know, what would you be using this apartment for? Obviously you can, live here permanently. It could be a second home, a holiday home, or maybe Airbnb it out. When you see the rest of this room, you're going to want your friends and family to be visiting. This is definitely built for entertaining. And then we have got this chrome finished Frankie sink, a cooker, water boiling tap, and then that lovely marbling that we saw over here that's carried through onto this worktop and the splashback as well. Then down here on the floor, I love this flooring. This is Domus engineered wood flooring, and it's in this sort of like bleached colour. So, I mean, this whole apartment already is giving me beach holiday vibes. So I can imagine, like the sunlight streaming through and naturally bleaching this floor. It just feels very organic here. I'm going to take you through to the dining room area. So here we are, and I love the proximity of the dining room table to the kitchen. So whoever is the cook, you're still very much part of the conversation and the party. Now the interior design throughout the whole penthouse is by 8 Holland Street, so very nice, and you can see in everything that they've created in here, it's gorgeous. I am here for this table, and this lamp is so impressive. And they've obviously gone with a circular free-form design and shape here, which you can see is mirrored in this undulating wall. Now, all of the windows and the doors are either double or triple glazed, and they've been treated and they're tinted to protect against solar and sound gain. Winding our way back into the center of the room, I just want to show you this really funky but practical wall here. I mean, you could do anything with this. It's a really informal space. So whether you were having a party, you could line up all of your beverages here, or maybe you're working from home. You could create a bit of a library. I just love it. I think it's, a really workable, versatile space. And then I'm just going to go where Tom is. And this is such a little lovely sunny moment. Look at this chair. Wow. Now the penthouse, you can buy it furnished, upon agreement of course. I think I'd be doing it just for this chair. Look at this. So again, lots of tactile materials. It's very layered in here, which I love. And we've got great views out across the beach there, where the development will continue to expand. They're actually going to create a bit of a resort, so there'll be loads of facilities nearby. That's what we want to hear. Lovely. All right, now let's go and check out the little lounge area. What a lovely, inviting space. It feels very calming, but I can equally imagine getting all your friends and family around here, sitting down, enjoying this space. And although, like I said, we've got loads of different layers and textures, it has got quite a minimal aesthetic and lots of different styles piled into one, actually. So for instance, we've got these 2 fabulous 70s posters here with this typical LA single-story architecture that I think we are kind of trying to recreate here. We're on a lateral apartment here, and if they can do it in LA, we can do it here in Folkestone, albeit we don't have the tiger. That's a shame. He was busy though. And then we've got this, I think this is absolutely stunning, this beautiful wood side table dating back from the 50s or 60s. And that really works with these, brand new Hey-S sofas that are so comfy. And I love that they're really low down, so you can still see the beautiful views. So again, all these natural and organic textures and materials. We've got leather, wood, wool, wicker. It just promotes that feeling of bringing the outdoors inside. This is a beach holiday, maybe a house or a permanent residence, whatever you want it to be. I think, the opportunity is yours. And I have to finish with this amazing chair. I'm not even sure how to sit in it. I think there's a multitude of ways, but we'll go, very ergonomic. That is a chair to chill out in.
How else would you sit?
How wouldn't you sit, yeah?
Option 2.
Option 2.
3, yeah.
Option 3, not so comfortable.
Quite therapeutic.
Therapeutic. There's option possibly 4. I feel like I was in a sidecar, like the child to a.
I feel like I was on his lap.
Yeah, thanks, Mum. Can I have a glass of wine? No, I'm not allowed. But whichever, I think that's my favourite. Oh yeah, you can leave me here. Oh, that is lovely. Out onto our absolutely huge balcony. This is amazing. And look at those views. unbelievable. They're completely panoramic. I can see the whole coastline and the sea. I mean, wow, absolutely stunning. All right, let's pull ourselves back to the actual building and talk about all the materials. Now, they're all marine grade, so they're obviously here to protect the building. These are glazed bricks, and they don't let any moisture in whatsoever, so this is going to be built to last. And up here, you can see these little bricks poking out, so they actually lessen the impact of the wind as it swoops around, slows it down a little bit, breaks it up. Not that you really need to worry too much about it being windy. We're quite protected here. We've got the cliffs just there. Also, we've got anodized balconies, and although we love that very invigorating fresh sea air, it obviously carries a lot of damp and salt in it, so you need things that are going to be protected and they won't rust. And then weaving our way around, I just love this organic curve here. We've got beautiful granite paving with these little gaps in between for drainage. And then I'm just going to take a seat here. They've really thought about the design of this so that when you're relaxing, the wall doesn't obstruct your view to the sea. I can see everything here. The vista is absolutely amazing. And then you've got your dining room area, and you could even create a little garden around it as well. So, I mean, this would just be absolutely perfect, wouldn't it? Getting your friends and your families around, summer barbecue, soaking up those rays. And then here, we've got a great perspective of the rest of the development that's been built so far. So these are some of the townhouses that we saw earlier. And then up here, this is interesting, a bit of a history lesson. That is the old funicular. Back in its heyday, in the Edwardian era, Folkestone was the place to be. It was the most fashionable coastal resort town. It was visited by royalty, including Queen Victoria herself. Now, up there, just at the top, is where all the rich folk used to live, and they wanted quick access down to the beach. So they would nip down 2 minutes, and then they would be able to enjoy this. But we're reversing it. They're actually restoring it so that we have quick access up to the town. I mean, it's gone from a town of aristocrats to a town of artists. Now, speaking of being well placed and prime position, the balcony leads ever so nicely onto the bedroom. So here we are in the main bedroom, and I have to say, I just love it in here. The interior design is incredible, as is the craftsmanship, the finishes. It's at such a high standard, but it's very mid-century in here. And whether that's, you know, like the colouring, the staining of the wood, or the shapes here. I mean, look at the curve of that lamp and these as well. And it just makes it feel a lot more warm and homely. And there's actually underfloor heating throughout the entire penthouse, so it feels very warm because of that as well. But it's also mixed with, you know, a lot of modern and elegant touches. So the floor's very modern. We've got these very chic wardrobes, which are huge. So inbuilt there, plenty of storage space, all with little LED lights. And I think, you know, I think it's really, really important. A lot of luxury properties really don't think about the storage. You have to bring your own wardrobes in. Not here. That's all included. And then look at this little sofa, a little pop of colour, very subtle. Be sitting here reading a book, relaxing, looking out at one side of the balcony and the other, have access again. Those beautiful views. Can you imagine waking up? I mean, I don't have to imagine. I will be doing that tonight. Fresh tomorrow morning, opening that and onto the balcony. And look at this. The sun streaming through, sun-drenched rooms. And I mean, Tom, I'm thinking if it keeps up like this, we're having dinner out on the balcony. Yeah? Okay. Absolutely. We will, of course, take you with us. Right, let's go and check out the ensuite. I'll tell you what, I'm all here for the mid-century design, but when it comes to my bathroom, I want modern luxury. And I'm getting that in abundance in here, in a fairly small space actually, but it doesn't feel like that. We've got these huge tiles on the floor, which I think increase that feeling of spaciousness. We've got a wall-hung toilet, 2 basins, and a lot of mirrored storage, which I always love. However, I do feel like they're being slightly heightist here. I need a stool to get up and see a proper view of me there. Yes, thank you, Tom. God, honestly, I actually would need a stool. Anyway, we've got a huge walk-in shower. And then I love this sort of marble countertop, which I think is the same that they used in the kitchen. It looks like one giant piece. So yeah, I feel like I'm in a bit of a mini spa here. Okay, so coming back out of the main bedroom into the entrance hall. On my right, we've got our front door, and then on my left is the open plan kitchen, living, dining room. So further down here into the hall, we have your guest WC. Okay, and then continuing down here, we've got a vast storage wall here that they've already begun a bit of a library. And then we've got loads more storage down here, which is always very handy. Speaking of which, in the property, you get included 2 covered car parking spaces, electric car charging point, bike storage, and you can also get more storage units for all of your water sporting activity equipment. Because if you're not already into it, after living by the sea, you certainly will be. And on top of that, you also get complimentary yacht mooring in the harbour for 10 years. There you go. Now I know where to put my yacht. And then here we have a mini utility room with washer and dryer behind this very nifty little pocket door. Never know. And then behind me is bedroom number 2. But starting with the ensuite, this is a great use of space. We've even got a bath in this one, and all the fixtures and fittings by Crosswater. Love this sort of brushed chrome effect here. Double basin, lots of storage, a very familiar, similar vibe to the other ensuite that we saw. So let's head into the bedroom. All right, and this time we have carpet. This is New England Stamford carpet, so creates a little bit of warmth again. Speaking of which, in each of the rooms you have thermostatic controls. There's also a heat recovery unit providing fresh filtered air, and there's air conditioning. So whatever ambient temperature you want to create, you can do so however you wish. We've got some lovely big wardrobes again, really, really deep, so plenty of storage. Love this beautiful wooden storage piece here with these fluted frontages. And then you have your own mini balcony. Oh, wow. I mean, what a spot to enjoy a morning cup of tea, the sun beating down on you and enjoying this incredible view. I mean, I can hear the waves again and people are running up and down the boardwalk and enjoying the beach. Tell you what, these are great views, but they're even better from the top. I'm going to take you to the roof terrace. I mean, wow. As rooftop terraces go, this is not bad, is it? Wow, I mean, look at this. Unparalleled views out to sea. Absolutely amazing. Oh my goodness, and look at this entertaining space. You could get your friends and your family up here having a barbecue and just languishing on these sun lounges in the sun all day, all evening. Look, you've even got access to electricity up here and water, so you could set up a barbecue or even a mini kitchen, get a cocktail maker and a chef up here. Wow, but equally, you know, you could pop up here for your morning coffee, maybe do a bit of yoga. Wow. And on a clear day, you can see all the way to France. And it's not very difficult to get there either. The Eurostar's nearby, and the English Channel is only a 15-minute drive, and then it's only a 35-minute drive all the way to France. I mean, Tom, we don't have to leave. Because there's so much to do here, not only Folkestone and the local area, but we've also got the North and the South Downs, which are areas of outstanding natural beauty. There's vineyards, golf clubs, country parks, coastal villages, and it's becoming a really hot destination for foodies. Speaking of which, we're actually going to a local restaurant, literally a 5-minute walk from us, and very excited to go and explore the local area, and we will, of course, take you with us. With a buzzing creative scene, impressive buildings, natural beauty, award-winning restaurants, an abundance of independent shops, and of course the sea, this cute, quirky and vibrant town is perfect for families, young professionals, retired couples and budding creatives. This is a new era for Folkestone and its coastline, and I don't think it will be too long before everyone knows about this not-so-secret hidden gem. Well, I've absolutely loved exploring this area, and of course the Penthouse, and if you've enjoyed the tour, let us know what you thought in the comments below, and if you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed.